What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Onpoint for Gamers. I'm Madman, and today we're diving into the demon-slaying action of Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hinokami Chronicles 2.
And I'm Purpleberry. We've been slashing demons left and right on Xbox and PlayStation, so a huge shout out to Sega for hooking us up with review codes for both platforms. And we're here to break down everything from graphics to gameplay. Let's get into it.
Let's start with the visuals.
Hinokami Chronicles 2 is vibrant, colorful, and totally pops off the screen. The cel-shaded 3D animation screams Demon Slayer, and it's clear CyberConnect 2 leaned into their expertise from the games like Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. The characters look like they jumped straight out of the anime, with flashy breathing techniques and dynamic environments.
Yeah, the graphics are clean and capture the anime's aesthetic perfectly. The colors are bright, and the cutscenes feel like CG versions of the show's best moments. That said, they're not perfect.
But when fights kick in, those visuals shine. The particle effects during water breathing or sound breathing moves are gorgeous, and it runs at a smooth 60 frames per second on PS5 and Xbox Series X, a big step up from the first game's launch at 30 frames per second.
For sure, it's not groundbreaking, but it's a treat to look at, especially for fans. It nails the anime vibe without feeling artificial. Let's move on to the story now. The story in Hinokami Chronicles 2 picks up right after the first game, covering the Entertainment District arc, the Swordsmith Village arc, and the Hashira Training arc. Basically, seasons 2 through 4 of the anime series. You follow Tanjiro Kamado and his demon-turned-sister Nezuko as they team up with the Demon Slayer Corps' elite Hashira to take on powerful demons like the Upper Six, Daki and Gyutaro, in the Entertainment District, and more.
It's super entertaining with tons of cutscenes that feel like mini episodes of the show. The game sticks closely to the anime and manga, so if you're caught up, you won't find many surprises. But experiencing these arcs interactively keep things fresh. I loved how they added extra battles in Mitsuri and Muichiro's sections, giving us more action than the source material.
Yeah, but I gotta be real. The story can feel repetitive at times, just like the anime's later arcs. The Demon Slayer formula of train, fight a demon, repeat doesn't always hit as hard as the first season and the film Mugen Train. The Entertainment District arc brings some hype with Tengen Utsui's flashy fights, but the Hashira Training arc feels more like a setup for the next game.
Yeah, I get that, but I was hooked by the cutscenes and the way they nailed the series' mix of tragedy, action, and heart. Plus, the game has a Path of the Demon Slayer mode, though it's a bit bare bones with just 6 fights. And the ranking systems for the chapters is kinda rigged. I got an S and 3 Bs in one chapter, did every side quest and collectible, and got a C overall. Make it make sense, bro.
Yeah, you can collect Kimetsu points and gear to boost your stats, which is cool. But the story's strength is really in how it adapts these iconic anime moments. It's a faithful retelling that fans will eat up, even if it doesn't break any new ground whatsoever. Let's talk sound. The music is straight up epic, ripped right from the Demon Slayer anime. Those tracks elevate every fight, making even basic encounters feel like a cinematic showdown. It's the same iconic score that made the show's battles so memorable.
Absolutely. The soundtrack is great. The sound effects are solid too. Swords clashing and demons getting sliced sound satisfying. But the smaller details like footsteps or environmental sounds are kinda weak. It makes the open areas feel a bit lifeless at times.
True, the sound design could use more polish outside of combat, but the voice acting? Top tier. You get the full Japanese and English dub cast from the anime, and they're just as good here. Whether you're a dub fan or a sub fan like I am, you've got options and both deliver.
Yeah, I played it with the English dub, but I know you played it with the subcast, and it's awesome to have that choice. The voice acting brings so much personality to the characters like Inosuke and Tengen. It really pulls you into the Demon Slayer world, even if the sound effects don't always match that energy. Okay, gameplay is where this game thrives. The combat is super smooth, with a fast-paced, easy-to-learn, hard-to-master vibe. You've got combos, special moves, and breathing techniques that can vary by characters.
Yeah, the controls are shockingly responsive, and combos feel satisfying to pull off. You're dodging, parrying, and unleashing flashy ultimates like Hinokami Kagura. The game mixes up the typical arena fighter setup with some beat-em-up segments like horde mode battles, which add variety, but doesn't do much to stand out from other anime fighters like me.
I'll admit, at the start I was just mashing the X button because I forgot all the combos they taught me in the tutorial. But halfway through, I had to switch up my playstyle. Different demons and side missions forced me to actually use those breathing techniques and character-specific moves. Playing as different Hashira like Mitsuri or Muichiro is awesome because everyone feels unique.
That's true. The expanded roster, over 40 characters compared to the first game's 18, is a big win. But some boss fights get repetitive, especially when you face the same demon multiple times with little change. And the tutorial is mostly text-based and doesn't teach advanced mechanics well, which can be rough for new players.
Yeah, the lack of solid tutorial is a bummer. But once you've got the hang of it, the combat is a lot of fun. You can also equip gear to boost stats, like recovering HP or increasing attack power, which adds a light customization layer. Also, if you die, you can choose to continue or restart, but continuing tanks your rank, which is annoying if you're aiming for high scores, like me.
Still, the core combat loop is tight, and the new training pass mode with its roguelike structure is a great way to keep solo players engaged outside the story. It's sweet and super replayable. So, is this game fun? Heck yeah it is! The fast-paced combat and quick bursts of action make it a blast for shorter sessions. Landing a perfectly timed dual ultimate with Tanjiro and Nezuko feels so good.
Definitely. The variety of characters and those cinematic fights keep you hooked. Side quests like fetching fish for a villager or extra battles add some flavor, even if they're simple.
It's a game that's best in short doses, perfect for fans who want to relive Demon Slayer's best moments.
For sure. It's got that just one more fight energy, especially in training paths or versus mode with friends. It's not perfect, but it's a solid good time.
Demon Slayer The Hinokami Chronicles 2 is a worthy sequel that builds on the first game with a bigger roster, smoother combat, and a faithful adaptation of some of the anime's more recent arcs. It's a must-play for Demon Slayer fans.
Absolutely. The visuals, music, and voice acting make you feel like you're living the anime, and the combat is very satisfying. It's got some flaws, like the weak tutorials and repetitive bosses, but the fun factor and polish make it a standout. And with that, the official Onpoint review score is an 8.25 out of 10. CyberConnect 2 and Sega delivered a great game.
If you're a fan of Tanjiro and Nezuko or any of the lovable Hashira, you're gonna eat this up. And again, big thanks to Sega for the Xbox Series X and S and PlayStation 5 codes.
Well, that's it for our review of Demon Slayer The Hinokami Chronicles 2. What did you think of this game? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let us know which Hashira is your favorite.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell for more On Point for Gamers reviews. We'll catch you in the next one.